What do you look for when you're going kiteboarding?
What do you look for? I look for wind.
Stan looks for wind. I also look for wind, but you look for performance. You look for durability. You look for something that's easy to use. You look for one kite that you can travel with all over the world. And I'm here to tell you that that is the 2020 V10 NV from Liquid Force Kites. Today I'm here at Force Kite and Wake in Charleston, and I'm going to be running through the 2020 NV and why it's so great, and it's the only kite that you really need to take your kiteboarding, your performance to the next level. So in 2019, we did a complete overhaul of the kite, and you can actually watch the last V9 video about every little bit technical piece that we did. But first, I'm going to tell you a little bit of story about why this kite is so easy to use. So last summer, I was kiteboarding in Hood River where I live on the Columbia Gorge, which is a big, massive river that's super gusty, not the easiest kiteboarding destination. That's why the MV is my go-to. It has a massive wind range, super easy to use. And I was kiting around, going up and down the river. I was on a surfboard, and there was a guy down in the water, and he was, I can't remember what kite he was on, not a Liquid Force kite, and he was just struggling. His kite was down. Something was going wrong. He couldn't get relaunched, but the kite was just sitting at the edge of the wind window, so I knew it wasn't that big of a deal. And I kept my eye on him, and finally, after about 10 minutes, I was like, okay, I should probably go help this guy out. So I went up to him, and he had detached from his chicken loop, and he couldn't figure out how to put it back together. And so I was flying the kite in the sky. He handed me his chicken loop. I helped him out, put it back together, got him up and riding, and he was so thankful. And as I was riding away, he was like, "What's your name?" And I said, "Sensi." Pretty unique name. So he was like, "Okay." And later that evening, I went home and I had an order from this guy on my website, sensigravesbikinis.com, and he said, "Hey, thanks so much for your help on the river today. I really appreciate it. I've just bought a bikini for my wife." And that story is just to iterate how easy the MV is to use and why it is my go-to kite, because I can take it in all sorts of wind conditions, travel all over the world with it, and it's super reliable. So I want to review a couple of the features that we have on it, which make it really great and durable, and talk really quickly about some of the more technical aspects of the kite. So as I mentioned, we redesigned everything from our previous V8 version to have increased performance and increased durability in the kite. So we did a couple different profile characteristics, updating the shape so that the kite has a more smooth arcing turn, more consistent power and speed through the dip in the wind window. We have a more squared off wingtip, which creates not only easy relaunchability, but also that more consistent pull as you arc it down. We did an increased diameter on the leading edge, which creates more rigidity in the kite. Once again, more smooth pull and that more consistent feel. Because really when you want something that is, when you're looking for tricks or learning new tricks, you're looking for something that has that consistent pull, that consistent feel. You want to have that direct connection to your kite. On our 2020 NV, we have a Tasian triple ripstop. This is the highest quality ripstop on the market. A lot of kite brands are going towards this, and it's good reason for it because it really is durable, it really lasts. We use a high quality Dacron here along the leading edge. We have a seam down here, which we tape, we glue, we triple stitch it, and then we have this piping over top. How much more durable can you get? But really, I've never popped one of these things, and I've been kiteboarding for 10 years now. On our seams, we also do gluing and taping. And then one of my favorite things about the 2020 is that we have a new little Dacron shape here. It looks super fancy. But what that does is that when this thing is flapping in the wind, when you have it down, sitting down the beach, it has a lot more durability against that. So you're not going to have so much. If this was just Dacron and just this canopy and didn't have this Dacron, you wouldn't have as much rigidity and it wouldn't be able to hold up as long because this is a lot more thinner material. So we have this little fancy thing so that when it's flapping around, you're not going to create as much drag and it's going to last a lot longer, because that's what you want from your kites, right? Something that will really last a long time, can take you all over the world, take you foiling, take you on your kite surfboard, take you in the park, which is where I compete, and really just deliver quality sessions. So this is the 2020 NV from Liquid Force Get it now at Force Kite and Wake. Oh, one last thing, most exciting part actually, we have a new bag. This is, and I'm gonna quote Stan Radev here, the best kiteboarding bag on the market. So I'm pretty excited about this because kiteboarding bags are really an integral part of kiteboarding. It needs to be something that holds up over time because I just throw this thing in the back of my car back to the beach, gets lots of sand on it, and it really, you kind of put it through the ringer. So you really need something that's durable. Keep using this word, but it's key to kiteboarding, right? You really want to be able to rely on your gear. So this bag is totally new for 2020, and it's really sick. I mean, it has this big wide open pocket on the front, so it's really got easy access. I also use this as a duffel so that when I'm in a pinch, if I need just to go for the weekend, I can just throw a bunch of clothes in here along with my kite and everything fits in. So it's actually got a ton of space. We also have this zippered mesh pocket right here, so you can throw in any essentials. There is daisy chain stitching along the side so that if you do need to travel somewhere, go on a boat, you can cinch this bag down by running some straps through the daisy chain. We have outside pockets where you can store little things, more cinchability on the sides, and then 2 carrying positions. So number 1 is this padded handle, easy carrying like this, or essential is the backpack where pull it, throw it over your shoulders, and you have these padded straps, and you can get all of your gear in it to the beach to have an awesome session. So this is the 2020 Envy from Liquid Force Kites. I'm here at Force Kite and Wake. Check it out.